Y'all let me know in the comment if y'all think this shit is cap or not. But
Excuse me. Can I borrow a phone? Plane's been stuck in airplane mode for about 6,000 years.
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did have to say, I see some of y'all asking like, why did the music or why did the video get cut out or get muted out of nowhere? And it's happening a lot. Well, a lot of those comments I'm assuming are people who are new to the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and reiterate this message again and just let y'all know for future reference. Sometimes the video will be out and it could be like the middle of the night, and whoever has watched it prior to that point will be able to hear the whole clip. Over the nighttime when I'm asleep, I'll get hit with a copyright. I gotta remove it. Either I gotta remove the clip or I gotta mute the clip. Sometimes it's like I've already had the video out for it could be almost a whole year the video could have been out. And I'll have to go back and remove it out of a video that's been out like maybe a year or 2. I don't know why. It just happens. Sometimes it's like right when I upload, it just varies. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, that still blows my mind. Like, how?
Walmart.
Damn Walmart, bro. Bro, I'm straight. I'm straight, bro. I'm good.
That's hella weird. What is that shit? Let me check. What is that?
I heard about the noise on my Ring camera. I didn't hear it though.
Hey, they ain't gonna tell you. Hey, look, they ain't gonna tell you. It's 3 stars in Orion's belt connected to 3 major glands in your head. It was 3 crosses on Calvary. Now, as y'all following what I'm saying, the middle gland is the pineal, that third eye that's calcified. Jesus was crucified in the middle. Now, is y'all picking up what they trying to hide? Because they ain't going to tell you. Christ is your higher consciousness, and they ain't going to tell you. You the Christ. John 14:12. They ain't going to tell you that technology that you think is new, it's been out since World War II. And for 80 years, they've been studying, tracking, watching every little thing you do. But they ain't going to tell you. Their technology is decades ahead of you, and they ain't going to tell you. Hey, look, They ain't gonna tell you you ain't manifesting what you want, because it's probably 3 things missing. First is thought, then it's an emotional charge, and it's action applied to that emotional conviction. But they ain't gonna tell you. Your emotions bring everything into fruition, but they ain't gonna tell you. But I will, and that's why I'm telling you.
Thriller for real, bro. Classic shit.
It's so cold outside that trees in certain areas are exploding. Literally exploding just like this. Shit sound like a bomb. Imagine you walking and you just hear boom. What you doing? I know I'm balling, fool. Nigga, I'm running like you saying boo. But for the ones that don't believe me, look at this video, y'all. Listen. Fool, I know y'all heard that shit and seen it. I'm today's old. This is my first time ever hearing about a tree exploding from the cold, let alone seeing the shit. I need y'all to let me know down below in the comments and be truthful. Is this y'all first time hearing about this or seeing some shit like this? Because it is for me. I don't know where that video was, but I can only think of it like those trees must not be accustomed to that type of coldness. That's all I can think about. Because if it's trees that's usually in the cold, ain't no way they gonna explode, right? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on all news, any news, make sure you hit that follow button.
Winter storm is supposed to have exploding trees. Immediately, I took a double take. I said, hold on. Exploding tree? What server are we in? I didn't even know that was something I had to fear. Exploding tree even look like? I can imagine it, but I'm like, I didn't even know Earth had that in its inventory as, you know, a choice of destruction. And then I see this tree explode on cam for the first time in my life. That is an exploding tree, and that does look dangerous. Imagine you move a Google vibe and slide, and next you know, tree fall on your noggin. Of course, our president took absolutely no time to expeditiously let us know that he's a idiot. Whatever happened to global warming? This really thinks global warming means the Earth will only turn warm and doesn't understand that it means national catastrophic weather events. Sweet-ass, bug-eyed, bitch-ass Patel, he could not wait to go and brag about the capture of Ryan Wedding, but he did it on a tarmac like a dickhead that he is. Nobody could hear him, and he couldn't hear nobody. You know, super normal. Just a guy that is not in a position of Congress or government meeting with Vladimir Putin, surrounded by Steve Witkoff. And this is the guy that's on the Board of Peace. How'd he get on that board? This ragtag bunch of power and Board of Peace. It's a whole fuck. Some of these people can't even come to the United States. But you know what I mean? They paid $1 billion so they could be on the board. Where's that money go? Trump didn't answer. You think it would go to rebuilding? Nope. The Klan couldn't wait to post the person they arrested that was at the church protest. The official White House posted this AI picture of the same lady, just making her cry, more fat and more dark. WWE star Erica Kirk started the Make Your Heaven Crowded, again, it's such a funny name, tour, and she couldn't wait to call the ICE protest demonic. And it's just like, hey, Erica, the person that you partner with for this tour, yeah, they are being accused of child. We know that's normal in the United States, but to most people, it's pretty weird. That's who you choose to partner with. You know how important it is to deport everybody out of America. So he's like, you know what? They're Palestinians. We don't even believe they exist. So let's get them out of there. And they went through the lengths of, let's put them on a PJ so we can send them to the West Bank. Speaking of the West Bank, Florida is trying to say it no longer exists. Yes, Judea and Samaria now, since, you know, the West Bank is no longer going to exist because Israel's annexing it and clearing out over there in the West Bank. So this is what you guys voted for, right? Kids being detained and used as bait. And you guys are going to come in the comments, well, he abandoned his kid. You know what? He probably saw the Gestapo. Like, hold on, let me get the out of here. I imagine they're going to bring my kid back home and put him at school. Nope. Paraded him outside the house and said, if you want your kid back, you have to come out here because they're not.
So if you're for that last, not this clip, but the clip before that, if you for everything that's going on, like kids getting, kids being involved in the middle of that type of shit, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying I agree with you as well. All I'm saying is, like, let's look at it from a different perspective. Y'all see that eye right there? That's on the back of your dollar, especially if you're in the United States. So if you all for what's going on, just remember that's on the back of your dollar. They going to get certain people out of here right now. They coming for the citizens next. This for entertainment. What I'm saying ain't true. But just be prepared for them to come directly at you next. That's all I'm saying. So it might be somebody else's kids that wasn't born here, but next it might be yours. Just for entertainment. I'm just speaking on the truth. I'm just saying the truth here. I don't mean to offend. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. I just want everybody to know what the could possibly happen. So when we also quit to go at other people, remember the same shit that you want to happen to others might around and happen to you. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all opinions. But God don't want us wishing bad on nothing or nobody. Certain things need to be left to God and God only. Humans need to stay humans with some shit. Let me know y'all thoughts.
This is the storm that just hit Russia. And you know what? It's on its way to the United States. Yeah, that big snowstorm we're having, this is where it started. And I don't think it's going to be big enough to bury cities like it did in Russia. But who knows? Yeah, that's what Russia experienced from this storm, which mainstream media is saying is going to hit this weekend all over the country of the United States of America. And this storm is set to affect at least 200 million people, many of which have never experienced this kind of a snow ice type situation. Not that anybody's really used to. Something like this from Russia that basically buries a whole city. Now look, that storm is coming. If you're anywhere near this area, and I mean anywhere, you need to be prepared. Even though that map doesn't show Wisconsin and Minnesota getting a lot of snow, you know there's a chance it'll happen there too. So just be prepared, people, because you never know. Okay, I just wanted to share this with you. Shavadu Bushkis, Shavadu.
Prayers to anybody affected again, bro. Shit's sad.
Hey, I remember this video, right? They was on their way to Vogue. Kanye West is holding this man's food. Mind you, this is the billionaire. That they looking like, why are you recording? Why are you recording me? It's not supposed to be for the public.
Do you remember the pink battery bunny in your timeline? Yeah, it was pink, it had a battery in it, and it ran forever. Yes, who was it? Was it Energizer or was it Duracell? Actually, in this timeline, it is both. Yes, both. Yes, Duracell has a pink bunny with a battery in it, and so does Energizer. I don't know about you, but in my timeline, the commercials were the Energizer battery bunny. It was pink, and it had a drum. But Duracell has it, and get this, Duracell's was actually first. Duracell had one in 1973, and the Energizer bunny didn't come on the scene until 1988. But I don't remember the Duracell battery bunny at all. Where did it come from? And it actually looks kind of generic, but it was first, and they do exist. Look it up. I don't know about you, but I know that there were not two pink battery bunnies running around when I needed Christmas batteries for my remote control cars and stuff like that. I just don't remember, but apparently in this timeline there are two of them. Do you remember the Energizer one? Do you remember the Duracell? And did you ever see any commercials? Let me know.
Yeah, nature really scary, man. I was just watching a documentary last night. This is called a geographic cone snail. And look at this, man. He feeds you insulin, right? This fish is eating sugar, right? This is the greed they talk about in the Bible. He don't even know he being consumed. This mug is swallowing him whole. Pause. Like, yomp, yomp. And watch this. He gonna start moving like, no, wait. No, it's too late now, nigga. It's too late now. It's over with. And it's all because your greed. This is an allegory for greed. Your greed will consume you. And now you ate by a snail and you know they don't got teeth. So you just sitting in there being digested by a snail because you was greedy. You wanted that sugar.
I feel like that's America.
So there's all this talk about a snowstorm, but nobody looks up in the sky. You see Southwest right there? I bought a camera so we can actually see who's doing this. And I found all these jets who are barraging the skies before this alleged, build the snowman snowstorm. You see what I'm seeing right here? And it got funnier when I checked the radar and I saw this. There's hardly any snow. And then if you take the radar a little farther, you got a little rain, and you got light snow. Build a snowman. And since we're going to try to figure out who's doing it, can't seem to figure it out. Federal agencies involved in weather modification research. Department of Commerce, Department of Interior, National Science Foundation, Department of Defense. It's the federal government. That's why when the states try to ban the old weather modification, you got the feds doing it. And we take it one step further. National Weather Modification Policies and Programs, 1979, the President's Report and Congress. So on that note, I like to have solutions rather than living in fear from the federal government, but Wilhelm Reich, cloudbusters, people should look into these. You can clear up your skies. Obviously, the government wouldn't want you to know that.
A lot of the work actually came out of the military, so they do this all the time.
Have you worked with them at all? Or?
No, because they're a little more closed door about their procedures.
You ever heard of sulfur dioxide?
Yeah.
You've heard of that? Okay. Yeah.
It's actually pretty cheap to do it. The ability to put sulfur dioxide there is actually a pretty cheap way to cool down the earth.
Oh, yeah.
So opportunity for, one or two people to do it is, impressive. He went a little further. He's like, it'd be interesting if the government start doing this over each other's territories on purpose. Like if we start getting to weather modification as a, government, either good or bad. Yeah.
If that was real and a real dog, that golden retriever would have chased it.
Denver International Airport, talking gargoyles, bro, they putting it right in our face at this.
Hey, I'll give you $100 if you come sit here in my place and let me take your flight out of here. Hey, excuse me. Can I borrow a phone? Mine's been stuck in airplane mode for about 6,000 years. Tinder account for me? Sitting here gets pretty lonely. My knees are killing me. Sitting like this for thousands of years will do that to you. Hey, Frank! Frank, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry, I mistook you for another gargoyle.
I flew in and out of Denver before. They got Freemasonic plaques in there. They got a weird mural, like, they said they're playing into it, putting it in your face.
Watch that mother.
We have to talk about the movie Weapons because I watched it the other day and there is so much truth in plain sight. The entire time I was like, I eventually want to do an entire walkthrough of this film because the whole thing just felt insane to me. But I just want to point out a few of the parts that had me like, oh my gosh. So in the movie, a lot of it is based in like a school setting. And there's a principal and he's gay and married to a man. We get a glimpse of his home life. It shows him and his husband cooking and about to sit down with a plate that had 7 hot dogs on it. And if you know your Bible stuff, pork is forbidden. It is not food. It never was. Pigs are designed to be cleaners. Jesus cast demons into a herd of pigs. I'm a firm believer that demons are parasites, or at minimum, parasites are demonic entities of some kind. So they show them sitting down with a whole bunch of hot dogs. The very next thing the camera pans to is the television showing an ant, and it's being overtaken by a parasite and eaten from the inside out. I've had countless people tell me that they thought they were gay before doing a parasite cleanse, and then when they did the parasite cleanse, they were straight. So then after it shows the ant being eaten by a parasite, there's a knock on the door, and it's no other than our main character, the Whore of Babylon. That is 100% who this is supposed to be. She has the red hair. When she doesn't have the wig on, if you see the movie, she looks exactly like Mel Gibson's version of Satan in Passion of the Christ. I believe that the harlot is Satan. So they're eating the hot dogs, the doorbell rings, they get up to get it. It's her, she asks to come in. So the principal at the school had had a prior run-in with this character. She had made an appointment to talk about her nephew. And as I'm watching this, I'm looking at the ribbons next to her and I was like, oh my gosh, those are the Northern Lights colors. And in the Bible, it sometimes refers to the lights as banners. So I'm like, okay, ribbons of light. Well, it turns out she had stolen the ribbons, and I guess the principal didn't notice at the time that they were gone, but she took them with her. So when she knocks at the door, she asks to come in, and things are like semi-normal at first, and then she snips like pieces of each of their hair and like does this ritual thing and wraps the ribbons that she stole with their hair and like a stick and did some kind of ritual. And when she did the ritual, they turned demonic. They turned into like super soldiers, like the Black Awakening, because they had parasites. Basically, she was able to control almost anybody that she wanted to. There were very few people that were not like under her spells. And big spoiler alert, one of the big things that this movie is about is that all of these kids went missing. Well, the big thing that she would do is do this to children and make them fly to her. So they would like run super, super fast with their arms out and go wherever she was. And she hid all of these children like in her basement, which is wild because that's exactly what Pennywise the Clown does. He hides the children like underground and has them like in a trance. But this had me absolutely gagged because I grew up in a Catholic church, and I started to have like flashbacks of the different prayers that were standard in the church. And I have gone super in depth about how I believe that the harlot masquerades as Mary, the mother of Jesus. It's not actually Mary, it's Satan. We are not saying anything about Jesus's actual mother that was here on earth, but I'm pointing out that this is definitely a dark entity who I believe to be Satan or Babylon herself. So one of the big things in the prayers to Mary is that you fly to her. And I remember multiple pictures in my church and in my catechism materials where it was specifically small children that flew to Mary. This movie was absolutely crazy to me. I think I need to watch it a second time with like a notepad and note down every weird thing. Drop it in the comments if you guys have other movies that have a ton of truth in plain sight. I need some new ones.
What I'm about to say might ruffle some feathers, but I just got a question from watching this. Kids getting taken, right? Why we couldn't develop ICE to take out anybody who violates women and kids, old people too. If you violate women, kids, and old people, why ICE can't go out there and take them people out of the United States? This for entertainment. And I ain't saying, I don't be popping shit like this no more. I don't be saying shit like this no more. I barely say it, but I gotta say it today. Why we couldn't create a group like ICE? Why we couldn't develop a group like that to go kicking ass for anybody that's on that Megan's Law bullshit? Go kicking ass and taking names on anybody who was violating kids, bro. Why we didn't do that? Why we didn't think of doing that? We chose other shit. A list ain't even came out, and there's people still getting away with this on other islands and underground tunnels and bunkers and fake ass mountains that they got cities and all this shit, bro. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Is that a reach on my end? I had to ask it. This for entertainment purposes. What I'm saying is not true.
You know, like in the North Pole? Yeah. What country is that? I don't know. But you know that land there? Yeah, it's like the top. Yeah. Right? What do you call it? Just the North Pole. Yeah. The Mandela effect is, not only is there no country. What? There's no land. It's water. What? The North Pole, there's nothing there. Wait. There's nothing there the whole time. What? That's what I'm saying, bro. No, this is it, right? No, that's Russia. What? There's no land, bro. They literally made us color in that North part. Pole. Yes, I know. I'm not a geographical guy, but I'm pretty sure there is land at the North Pole. There's nothing. Well, what have they been teaching us, bro?
I want to talk about a very serious and very recent case that happened in Antioch, California, where a 17-year-old girl was found deceased. I'm going to walk you through what has been confirmed, what is not yet known, and where the investigation stands. This is your trigger warning. Also, be respectful in the comments. Now, according to police and multiple news sources, this incident happened early morning Friday, January 23rd of 2026. Officers responded to a call of a person down around 3:30 a.m. Now, this was on L Street between West 10th Street and West 18th Street, near the Contra Costa County Fairgrounds. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a 17-year-old girl on the side of the roadway. Life-saving measures were attempted, but she was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, because she is 17 years old and a minor, her name has not been released, which is the standard when the victim is a minor. The next of kin is notified. Our Antioch Police Department did say that her death is being investigated as suspicious. At this time, the police have not confirmed a cause of death, and they haven't said if this is being treated as a homicide, just as a suspicious death. Authorities did confirm that the teenager was not a student in the Antioch Unified School District. Now, the location where she was found, it was near residential areas and school, which is why this is really concerning. Right now, investigators are trying to focus on how she arrived to that area, who she may have been with, and what happened in the hours leading up to her death. This is what we do not know. As of right now, there is no information confirming the following: how she died, whether a vehicle was involved, whether there are suspects, and if this was foul play. Those details usually come after forensic testing and investigative review. In part 2, I'm going to explain what happens next in a case like this, what a suspicious death means legally, and what kind of updates the public can realistically expect. My heart goes out to the community, to her family and friends, and I hope this investigation concludes soon.
Hopefully she wasn't getting shipped up to San Ho to work the blade.
Avatar clearly shows you how they came and landed on our planet and took over our shit. How they cut down our biggest tree. We really had a tree that was like, we had like all the mountaintops was trees, but we had a tree that was super huge, like that was like the tree of life, if you want to call it that. We really had that tree. They cut it down, and now where that tree was at, it still glows in that location. They now call it the Aurora Borealis. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll pull it up right now real quick, family. You know, peace to the guys and goddesses tuned in. So, you know, it's a lot of things on our planet, family, that has been hitting from us, and they lied to us, and you know, calling these mysteries of the world and shit.
Free my guy Rashad Jamal. He ain't do that shit.
This delivery driver just noticed something wrong and he recorded it. Y'all look at this.
I'm at work. You can't tell me this ain't weird, bro.
Look at all that.
So I called non-emergency and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, you know what? Somebody else called in this week about the house. Oh, yeah, the man say he out of town. And I'm like, but it's a lady that's ordering this stuff on this thing. He like, oh, yeah. She like, oh, yeah. She like, oh, yeah. And the lady's in there. Apparently she's okay. She just must not want to come out and get that stuff. And I'm like, bro, hold on, bro. It's food out here, all kind of little stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's been sitting out here for months. Like, you know, it's been a minute when the post office put their own buckets out there because your mailbox been so full and they just dumping it in the bucket at your crib, bro. I don't know if I watch too much TV, bro. I don't know, bro, but that shit real, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like, how y'all say y'all spoke to the man, but y'all ain't really speak to the lady, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could be saying anything. Anybody could be ordering stuff off of her stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, all the blinds closed shut. It's just weird, bro.
This is most definitely a weird situation. And he posted an update, but it wasn't really an update. Everybody keep pressing this dude. I'm gonna have him tagged in so y'all can go to his page and see the updates whenever he drop them. But everybody literally keeps pressing him, and he's literally done all that he can do. But this situation is most definitely weird because somebody is ordering things to your house, but somebody's inside the house and they won't come out the house to even get their stuff. And like he said, the mail people, like, their mailbox had to be full because the mail people is dropping off crates of stuff at this point. And they also saying that the dude is out of town. Y'all need to spread this video. Share this video right now, repost it, whatever, because we do need to get this situation handled. Because this just doesn't seem right. This ain't right. And this is my thing. If there is somebody in the house, why are they ordering all of this stuff and not getting it? You're not leaving the house? Yeah, something ain't right about this. I'm glad that he recorded this, and I'm glad that that video is blowing up. Like I said, he's tagged below. Y'all can go to his page for the updates if I don't make them. I'm most definitely gonna stay up to date on this because I want to know what happened, and this needs to be spread. So yeah, y'all share this video so we can get some more awareness on this because this is crazy. Something just don't seem right to me. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Follow and like for more.
Something ain't right. I want to see somebody bust up in there and say,
America is the old world. So I went to the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. Nashville, Tennessee, to check out this exact replica the Matrix says was built in 1920. Really sit with that for a second, because if you were blindfolded and dropped off here randomly, you'd swear you're standing in ancient Greece. Now what's interesting is before Nashville was known for country music and whiskey, it was originally called the Athens of the South. But that's just the cover story, because once you start paying attention, you see examples of ancient architecture all throughout Nashville. A lot of you locals have seen these Greek and Egyptian style buildings. It doesn't matter where you are, right? Every major city in America has these old world structures. Rome never fell. The founding fathers, all Freemasons. They didn't build any of this. They found it. The government buildings, the monuments, the capitals, these were all already here. So why is there an exact replica of the Parthenon in Tennessee? Well, the story goes is they first built this as a temporary structure made of wood and plaster for the 1897 World Fair, which we're also never taught about, right, is these World Fairs. Then they rebuilt the permanent structure 20 years later. But there's two problems with that. Since when does a temporary structure last 20 years? And then two is I did a bit of digging and found this book that came out with the World's Fair, and it debunks the whole thing. In here, it was originally described as a permanent structure. It says nothing about wood and plaster, but stone, brick, and iron. It was listed as fireproof. This alone proves somebody is lying. Now, this place is also the holder of the world's largest set of matching bronze doors in the world. Now, for reference, I am 5'11". These doors are 24 feet tall and weigh 7.5 tons each. So, I'm talking to one of the workers here, and she told me the doors were supposedly built in Long Island, New York. So I asked, okay, well, how were they moved here? You know, 4 15,000-pound doors, surely that's a feat everyone would want to document. Well, no official comment on how the doors were moved. No construction photos either. Nashville is suspicious. And the construction photos for the actual building, only 2 of them. Both photoshopped. If you really pay attention and use your discernment, you can see the scaling in this photo is completely off. And in this one, it's always the same thing. You see a fully erected building with some scaffolding slapped around, and that's all the proof they need. And then you look at the supposed architect. You mean to tell me a Civil War veteran, Master Mason by the way, laid out the blueprints for all of this? No. You gotta understand secret societies, rewriting history. Go see my last post about the World Fairs. All these World Fairs were coordinated by Master Masons, and these events were indoctrination points. They were international projects where secret societies would start rewriting the narrative. Anyone who's dove into Freemasonry knows how obsessed they are with all this stuff. Go look back into the World Fair's photos and you'll see it. All these places look like ancient Greece. Chicago, New York, St. Louis. Go back to the World's Fair for Nashville and you will see a giant Egyptian pyramid, the Mystery School, the Greek Initiation Temple, the Phoenician Bridge or Brotherhood, all in the guise of American progress. This is their religion. This is what they do. Go to any major city in America and you will find these buildings that weren't inspired by the old world, but are the literal remains of it.
They didn't build shit, bro.
Santa Monica, California. Year 2050. Sun out strong, but look around. Nobody. The whole pier is quiet. Raza, pues aquí andamos, año 2050, aeropuerto de Los Ángeles. Fíjense cómo quedó, todo solo, ni un alma. El sol pega durísimo. Parece que el tiempo se detuvo después de aquel desastre. Todo esto era puro movimiento, y miren ahora.
Remember that clip we saw of the extraterrestrials saying that they're really just evolved versions of us and that they moved further away from Earth because we had a catastrophic event that we created? And he said that he only comes back to save us for the future so that we don't have to evolve into what he is. We could just stay where we are and we can help and heal Earth before humans put it to shit. I know y'all gotta remember that clip. He was tied up being interrogated. What if that's what he's talking about? What if that's what he's seeing right there? The fact that we took Earth to shit. I'm just saying. And I don't think it's going to be a weather event. I don't think it's going to be no extra shit. I think it's going to be humans causing a sickness that's going to wipe all of us out. It's going to wipe all of us out. There's a mad scientist in there right now. There's somebody who's controlling the mad scientist. And that mad scientist is creating some bullshit. And what they all fail to realize is when you put that shit out to the public, they think they exempt from that shit. They're going to get sick too, bro. It's simple. An accident is going to happen and then they're going to get sick. Just like, remember Planet of the Apes? They trying to test on monkeys and then the monkey smacks something and then the dude's mask come off and then he gets sick and he spread that shit like contagion. I'm just saying, bro. They think they smarter than everybody and they dumber than everybody. They just got information to use it. That's all it is. And they confuse that with thinking they're more wiser than everybody. We'd be wiser than them if we had some of the information, which we do have, but we don't know if it's true or if it's fake. They know for a fact whether it's real, fake, or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Wait, how is this moving? Are these robots? They're spirits? What the hell? Oh my gosh! What the? Oh no, buddies! Hell no! Move, bitch!
Yo, somebody explain this to me right now, y'all, because I'm not comprehending. My brain is not comprehending. This right here is supposedly the thinnest building in the world, and it's in the Netherlands, y'all. Like, who's living in this? You're telling me a whole family living here? Look at the boat passing by. How do you explain this, y'all? This is literally simulation vibes. Check this out. What is going on here? She starts speaking in Dutch, but
Ja, dieses Haus ist wirklich so dünn, wie es aussieht.
look at this.
Habt ihr schon mal so ein dünnes Haus gesehen?
Bro, there's a whole street behind this. There's a whole canal behind this. How do you explain this? Y'all ever heard of those cities? Like, I think they're ghost cities, where places where they just build it up to make it seem like people are there. It's almost like a movie set, you know? The lights are there, the windows are there, the buildings are there, but nobody's actually inside. And I ain't gonna cap to you, y'all. I believe we're all living in a situation like that. How we have ghost cities around us, like, and there's houses around us that nobody in there, and it's just be empty. But how do you explain this, man? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Shit, I live around that where I be questioning, like, bro, I ain't never saw nobody come out of there.
You done met up with Jaden. That's it. You know what this means, guys. You know what this means. Later, Kai. They almost got away with this picture, guys. What do you see? Look at Kai's hand. Look at Jaden's hand. You know what time is it. And this was before he switched up on us. And why is he walking around with a journal in his hand? He couldn't leave that in the car. Of course he couldn't. He's taking notes. Shh. Shut up. What's up with his eyes? You know what they say, guys. The eyes don't lie. And Kai looks disconnected. Shh. What happened to AMP? What happened to your peoples, bro? I wonder what they have to say about this. Or can they say something about this? Because I haven't heard none of them speak. And I know they feel the same way everybody else feels. This is the Kai that we know. The Kai that was streaming, having fun, doing this thing. Now he's all serious, taking pictures, holding journals. I mean, look at this picture, guys. Kai is smiling and Jaden looks really serious, like, yeah, we got you now, Kai. Kai was the reason why people started streaming. What if him stepping away makes other streamers step away and go the same route? Something to think about when there's nothing to think about, guys, because this video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm happy for Kai. He stepped his game up. He matured at a young age. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
I don't know, man. I think everybody just attacking bro for no reason.
For my Facebook family, are y'all cool? Cause all I did was post one image and y'all in these comments tweaking. Got folks in the comments arguing, panicking, preaching, talking about Jesus' return. I thought we settled that when he ain't come for the rapture. You got the folks in there calling everybody slow because they believe it. Then you got the timeline police talking about, oh, y'all late. So what? Like, what you want because you knew first? Like, what reward you want? Okay, I'm gonna bring it back together. But I'm just sitting back looking at these comments like, mission accomplished. God damn, they did it again. People building 20 different theories, 40 different timelines. This image did not divide y'all. Y'all consciousness did. See, the part that makes me smile real big is where there's smoke, there's always fire. Before I get started, let me also say this, because I saw a few people in the comments saying, 1 million people done already broke this down. What you think you gonna say that's different? 1 million people broke it down, but yet here you are in my comments. It's about to be 1,000,001 because Yaya didn't speak yet. If you're not interested, just take them crusty ass fingers and keep scrolling. Like, duh. For all my peeps that's been patiently waiting, you know I got y'all and I love y'all. I said where there's smoke, there's fire, not because the theory is right necessarily. It may be, it may not be, and I'm not here to argue with that. I said that because something is triggering all of you in these comments. Something is triggering everybody coming across this photo. I want y'all to hear this real good. Anytime something triggers the collective, like this is triggering the collective, this lets you know this hit a subconscious nerve. Y'all already know I do not move off of fear, okay? I move off of symbolism, pattern recognition, and timing. Speaking of timing, to all of my late police, like I mentioned earlier, being first does not mean being aware, so settle down. I also want y'all to hear this good. What I am not saying is this is fake. What I am not saying is this is real. What I am not saying is this is a beast. What I am not saying is this is nothing. Like, don't miss the point here. What I am saying is this image was placed. I don't think none of y'all went over this area and took the picture your goddamn selves. Image was timed. This image was allowed. Y'all said y'all Googled it. I just want to fall out right now. Googled it on Google Maps and using it as your source of truth. I'm feeling real dramatic today. The reaction was the experiment. Like, I'm sliding down the wall. Y'all probably cannot see it, but I'm sliding. They don't need the serpent to wake up. They just need your nervous system to activate. Damn, wake up, y'all. Swinging it back to the late police once more. I am very aware that this picture has been floating around since like 2020, 2021. That is my point. You know what? It's going to be a part 2 because I'm going to fully go in on the decode about the entity itself. However, again, don't miss the point. I'm also about to do a chakra timeline of the earth video. So you do not want to miss it because it's going to bring all of this full circle. Part 2 is going to be about the ancient beings, about the petrified giants, about the bloodlines, about all of that, okay? But this particular video is about beasts. Who controls imaging, who controls timing, who controls fear, and who controls perception. In this case, the monster is not under the ice. The monster is in whoever can move and control the human mind. Now, there's a big difference between ancient knowledge and modern distraction. We're going to skip that Bible and talk about the book of Enoch, okay? It talks about 2 monsters that were separated. One named Leviathan in the abyss of the ocean, other named Behemoth in the desert. Now, just like I break the Bible down for y'all, the book of Enoch is no different. Spiritually, this is not talking about animals. This is talking about dual forces, opposing energies, chaos system, power structures, land versus sea, conscious versus subconscious. In ancient text, monsters symbolized power structures, empires, governments, ecosystems, fallen consciousness, uncontrolled forces. In scripture, beasts are rarely animals, they are systems. And it goes on to talk about the storehouses of the wind, divisions of the lightning, weighing of the thunder, the doors of the winds, the treasury of the storms. We're not talking monsters anymore. We're talking energy grids, weather systems, atmospheric control. Remember, I just did a video talking about this. Cosmic order, planetary forces, you name it. That's not mythology, that's ancient science. You start noticing the patterns, you got to ask yourself, why is it that every time consciousness shifts, every time awakening spikes, every time people start questioning systems, all of a sudden we get monsters, objects in space, mystery threats, beasts waking up, weather chaos, fear headlines. Something ancient and powerful and cosmic is waking up. I want y'all to hear that. But do y'all think the plan will be to post it on Google Maps? Like, get for real, seriously. Again, I am not saying there's no giants. I am not saying there's no dragons. You talking about somebody who studies ancient esoteric knowledge. Come on now. Yet, let me just refresh y'all memory real quick because I know y'all like to forget shit. What happened to Three-Eye Atlas? If y'all can't remember, let me help y'all out. Remember, it was a threat, unknown object, breaking news, TikToks everywhere, end time talks, people panicking once again in fear. Now what happened? All of a sudden we don't hear about it, right? No updates, no breaking news no more, no explanation, it just disappeared. If it vanished from the timeline, it did its job. I'm not gonna let y'all forget about the drones or what y'all was calling Dior bags, remember that? Let's be honest, y'all heard about this for 2 to 3 weeks, max. A lot of fear around that. A lot of people's heads was looking up towards that sky. Not for Jesus this time, for the drones. Then what happened? Nothing. No resolution, no talks about it. Threats don't disappear, distractions do. Now, here comes the serpent under the ice. Leviathan energy, huh? Beast waking up. End times fear, once again. Other fears, everybody panicking about the cold. My question always gonna be the same. What are you gonna do regardless? Regardless if there was a large serpent, snake, leviathan, whatever you think that is in that ocean, what are you gonna do? We gonna keep it real. If it's real, you can't fight it. And if it's fake, you still panic. Either way, your nervous system get activated and that fear get fed. Tension hijacked. Fear is the product here and you are the consumers. Mass awakening is happening. Not just spiritually either. Systemically. People questioning religion. Questioning government. Questioning money. Questioning power. Questioning authority. And when systems feel threatened, don't show you truth. They show you monsters. Fear keeps people obedient, distracted, small. Scared population is an easily manageable, manipulated population. Here's the final layer, and this is the deepest one. Leviathan in ancient teachings means what? Subconscious, deep memory, collective shadow, suppressed knowledge, kundalini awakening. Ocean equals subconscious. Ice equals suppression. Serpent equals consciousness rising. This was never about a beast waking up. This was about your consciousness rising. This was about your subconscious being activated. And that is what actually threatens the systems. Real monster is not under that damn ice. It's the humans remembering who the hell they are. Before you panic, before you scream end times, before you start praying to your sky daddy in fear. As I mentioned before, ask yourself the one question. Why do the monsters always show up when consciousness is expanding? More importantly, why do they always disappear right after the storm passes? Again, it's about who controls perception. That is the real war. There's a lot of people who's going to agree with me, and there's going to be a lot who won't, and that's cool. I just want to say this. Under my post, keep it respectful when you're talking to one another because y'all are literally showing the experiment is working. Most importantly, I want y'all to hear this. I don't force information on nobody. I'm only here for who I resonate with. If you choose to stay, that's on you. But keep it real cute in them comments. I don't debate about nothing that I know. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Y'all heard it right, man. Yaya's World. Shout out to her. And I gotta go ahead and say on top of that, I said that. I said, why? What be going on in the comments, bro? Now for a cool minute there, we was actually all vibrating well. Where all the negativity wasn't even attempting to pop in the comments. And then I feel like I stopped giving that extra, like, I'll meet you with that shit, bro. Like, I stopped doing that. I start wising up, stop giving that energy, and that's when they felt like it was the right time to start trying to get under my skin. And it's like, bro, that won't work. But I gotta agree with her. I ain't gonna force nothing on nobody, bro. You choose what you love, you choose what you like, you choose what you want. That's not for me to control. You believe what you want. You pick up the information that you pick up from whatever you see. That's you, bro. I just ask, can we all get along? Because when we start going at each other, there was one topic in that we went over, and I asked a question about something, and everybody went. I feel like most people knew what I was getting at, but they didn't want to speak on that. They had another reason, and they would go all the way around it. And I was just like, when I looked at the comments, I didn't respond back. I just look at it. And I would show my peoples, and they laughing like, bro, this shit crazy. This the world we in. You sure you want to keep giving truth? You sure you want to keep leading them the right way, bro? You could tell some of these people are the people that you go against. You could see it in the comment. And I'd be like, bro, that's not for me to pick and choose. It's not for me to lead people wrong. It's not for me to even do people wrong no more, bro. Like, I don't have that bone in me no more. Bro, now I'd be like, I can't do that. I gotta still drop the knowledge. But y'all let me know what y'all feel. Y'all let me know what y'all think. My only question to the Leviathan thing would be, why did Detta get removed so many times and banned so many times for saying that. You know what I mean? If it wasn't any truth to that, why did he get in trouble for that? Going against community guidelines. That's my only question. Like, but I mean, I could feel it though. But again, if we disagree on shit, bro, that don't mean that we gotta go to war. We don't even gotta be disrespectful, because now you just picking up the same shit that 1% wants you to do. You reacting how the 1% wants you to react. Because the more divided we are, the easier they can control shit. The more unified we are, the less they're able to control shit. But there's some people who don't understand that. It's many various reasons on why. But we're not gonna get into that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. Spam it up. Shout out to Yaya's World, bro. Legend. Here my AI comments come.
Check it out, family. I told y'all I was gonna get the video. Here we go. Check it out. Y'all let me know in the comment if y'all think this shit is cap or not. But this happened yesterday. This guy caught this dogman creature in his yard. He's in northeastern part of Iowa. He brave as f. I would have skedaddled, or it would have been in the upper room. But on no grave, y'all. Shit is crazy. 2026, man.
What was that? That was the truth. It literally cracked.
Good morning, everybody. So, yesterday morning, across the street from Antioch High School, Antioch, California, there was a 17-year-old girl's dead body found. I have not seen anything about this. I have not seen any videos about this. And they're calling it suspicious. And what's even scarier is that the 17-year-old girl did not go to Antioch High. And what's even more suspicious, is that across the street from Antioch High, there's nothing but construction trucks, concrete trucks, rock bed trucks. I've heard nothing about this. Why? Why? I don't care if it's been less than 24 hours. Something happened, and we need to know about it, because this is absolutely crazy. Crazy.
I was out in Antioch and I seen this pop up, so I had to go ahead and search for some work on that. Again, I don't know if the 17-year-old girl was like being shipped up north, even shipped down south to Southern California, shipped up to San Jose to, y'all know the rest. Y'all know how the rest go. There's a certain areas they go, and I don't know if she was shipped up, going up north. I don't know if they was sending her to Vegas, if she's already, I don't know, you know what I mean? Because they'll put her on the blade. So I don't know if it has something to do with that. I don't know if it was a kid who went to Antioch. It's crazy. Prayers to her family, bro. Shit is wild, but it should be getting coverage. But the fact that it's not means people gonna forget about this in like less than a month. And they gonna go right back to their regular day life. And the only time somebody gonna feel for this family or this girl is if it was them or their family. I hate to say it like that, but that's the only way. Prayers, man.
Can I just be real and speak my piece for a second? How is there this many people? How is there this many people, this many vehicles, this many buildings, this many cities, this many states, like this many bars, this many restaurants, like this many McDonald's, you get what I'm saying? Anyone else who understands will just get me. Anyone who doesn't, they'll just probably be like, what the f***, that's crazy. What is he on about? There's just stuff. There's just so much stuff in this existence. All of it. It's just, this modern existence to me is overwhelming as on so many levels. And I don't know if I've just become more aware of it and that is actually the case, which I feel like is the truth, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe other people feel that to some degree and they just don't really sit with it. Or maybe it's not a thing and maybe it's just me. But all of this, humanity, politics, these wars, the news machine, these systems, capitalism, money, bills, homes, partners, music, rock music, right? There's just like bars everywhere. There's music everywhere. Spotify, right? Like all these different cars, all these different interests, all these different social media pages, all these different videos, AI videos, non-AI videos, funny videos, serious videos, all this information, all of this schooling, all of these books, all of this music, all of this everything. I can't be the only one that when I really sit with myself, or I'm really being honest with myself, I'm like, what the like, this is all overwhelming as hell to me. Right? I think that's why over time, I've just like spent a lot of my time meditating and going out into nature or getting away from the parties, getting away from like lots of people, like getting away just from people in society and everything. It's like, I just want to get away from everything. Right? I just want to get away from everything. Because there's just so much in a day-to-day. Again, maybe it's just me. Maybe it truly is just me. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy. Maybe I'm wired a little bit differently. But I really question that. I really question whether it's me or whether people just aren't aware of how all of these things are constantly just going and constantly just taking our attention, right? Like, it's just overload. It's like stimulation and thought and like having to pay attention to like all these different, there's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff, especially of what we've created and what we've built. It's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. I don't know. Honestly, like me getting to this point in my life, like I'm at this point now where I question, I understand I've evolved. I understand that I've changed, right? This has progressed as time has gone on, as I've gotten older. I feel like I've woken up to things. I've seen through things. I'm seeing more raw reality, right? I'm shedding all this stuff, societal stuff. I don't care about these other interests, right? Just because someone else goes out to events or someone else, like I've unplugged myself from needing to go travel because other people travel. Needing to go to events because other people go to events, right? Oh, I should be out. Oh, I should be. Oh, I should be. Oh, I should, right? This constant should be. Oh, I should be doing more. Oh, I should go out to here. I should go do this. I should. It's all of these shoulds. And why? Right? Why does it feel like if I just am truly and genuinely unplugging and just chilling and not doing anything, that there's like something wrong with that? But for me, I feel like I have to do that so often because this society is overwhelming. It's just too much. And like I was saying, I don't even know how I've succeeded to the degree I've succeeded. I don't like, honestly, sometimes I sit there and I know I've changed or evolved over time. I understand how I got here in practicality. But with the mindset that I now have, I don't even know how I did the things that I did in the past because things now, I just want to get away. Like everything just seems so overwhelming and distracting. There's just so much. I don't know what else to say besides coming back to there's just so much in modern society and modern living. I don't know how more of us aren't crazy, honestly, and haven't lost our shit. Like this doesn't feel natural. This doesn't feel home. This doesn't feel aligned to my biology. Oh, there's a freaking possum walking around right in front of me. And I'm talking all deep about this shit, and this possum's just in front of me, just like, just derping around, having a good time. Maybe I should be more like the possum. But it's like society, what we've built is inherently not relaxed. Right? Like, let's be honest about this. Like, I feel like what we've created, for the most part, in my honest opinion, like, it goes too far in so many realms. Like, okay, you did a thing, and that was great, and that was cool. Like, now you're doing all these, now you have to do it to the extreme. Now you have to go even further. Like, that's always humanity. You always have to go further. There always has to be more. Oh, we didn't have enough. Oh, we had music. Well, now we're going to go to the extreme. We're going to have all the music, all the time. All right? Like, oh, we can make buildings. We can make shelter. Now we're going to build these skyscrapers. Now we're going to, right? Like, that's just, like, humans. Like, I don't know what it is about us that have to, like, take a thing and be like, we're just going to keep going with it. We're just going to go. We're just going to keep progressing it. We're just going to keep always having to, like, take that to an even more extreme. I'm not saying that's always bad. I'm just pointing it out. Like, why does it feel like we have to do that with all these different realms in our society? We have to push everything. There has to be more. It always has to be more. That's what it feels like. And it's like, that doesn't feel aligned to my biology. Always more, always more, always more. Like, I just feel like I would not feel this way, and I would not have these thoughts, these struggles, these misalignments, right? That's what it more, I feel like it is, really, truly, is like, it just feels like misalignments with who I am or what my biology really is. To actually feel fully present, fully calm, fully grounded, not stressed out about shit. Just like, oh man, I'm chill. But this society, there's so much to it, and it's so overwhelming that it takes away from that so often, I think without us even realizing. It disturbs our peace, and we've normalized it. Our nervous systems and our biology and these things can't really normalize it, yet we are trying to normalize it. And maybe that's why we have so much stress, why we have so many mental health struggles. Maybe that's why, or at least a massive reason why, so many people struggle with health in general. Physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. Have whatever, right? Just struggles. Health struggles. It is my opinion that this is a massive piece and component of this. Like, for so long, this just doesn't feel natural. And it really, I feel like it started, for me, it really started in like later high school, early college. You just start to look around and things have felt off. Why have things felt so off to me for like 12 years? It just feels like my biology is not aligned to this modern living. And then I'm a biologist. I learned about biology, and I'm like, yeah, that is the case. And yet, if I want to like talk with someone about this or really explain it, people probably look at me like crazy. They're like, what, bro? Like, what are you going on about right now? This video. If anyone's watched to this point, they're probably just like, what is bro going on about? Like, even a minute in, probably people thought that. But like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I have these thoughts and I see these things. I'm trying to lay them out and explain them. I think there is serious validity to them. And it's just like, what do I do with this? What do I do with all of this? These like deep, it's so many levels. It's so many layers. I think that's why I'm going towards creativity over time, making music, and I need to sit down and write and get on my writing. I don't know why I keep avoiding my writing when I really sit and think. I feel like I should just be sitting down writing all this stuff and like sorting it out and organizing it more. But there's just so much. That's why I want to say this whole point of this video is just say I feel like there's always so much in this society. It's too much.
What's your thoughts, man? How was today's rollout? I had to give y'all an extra video. I didn't drop on Sunday. I had some things to get going. So I figured I'd drop on Monday. And I know some people stuck in a snowstorm. I know some people can't leave. So I figured why not drop one for y'all. Man, we probably come through tomorrow for Tuesday and drop another one. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Let me know y'all opinions. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all collective. Y'all know what it is, man. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. I appreciate you if you're watching ETV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Also, hype up the video. I forget to let y'all know that. I appreciate those in the comments who do be saying that. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Until I see everybody in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what